Hello, everybody, and welcome to the draft. Well, not exactly the draft. Mostly the caster desk first. Hi, once again. It's kind of a little bit of a scuffed night, but we're doing the best that we can, and I hope that the show's at least somewhat and still entertaining for you guys. Me and Hyper will still be here, ready to give you guys the hot action for Game 2. So I believe now we're gonna go ahead and get into draft. We're about halfway through the draft already, so bear with us. And we're gonna go over some of the spicy picks from the first round because there are
Right.
some spicy
I will.
picks.
I'll run through the bans and picks real fast, and we
Yep.
can talk about them afterwards. So TSA banning out Hecarim, Varus, and Diana, Mark. And then for the side of CKS, they are banning out Seraphine, Belvath, and Victor. TSA
Mm-hmm.
locking in Misfortune first, followed swiftly by Ash Leona. TSA countered with Udyr and Renata Glass, and CKS final pick for the first round with the Maokai. Fans over to CKS now are Trundle, followed by Rek'Sai, and now they are sitting on their final fifth ban.
I think it's kind of funny that TSA ends up, banning three of the picks that helped CKS win the last game. Oh, the Kane ban coming in too. That's actually interesting. Even though they already picked the Udyr, so not sure why they banned the Kane there. It's
The
pretty
Udyr
peculiar.
actually might be going topside.
Is he
It
a
could
top laner
actually.
now?
Well, it's not that he's a top laner. It's Udyr does for some reason. For some reason, with
Interesting.
this new rework, if you want to pump damage out, you play Udyr in the top lane.
Gotcha.
If you want to
Okay.
play, if you want to go tanky, you like you put him in the jungle. It's like a weird shift. Like depending on the playstyle you want to do is how you want to play Udyr. So
Right.
it's like
So,
it's a really good strange flex pick, and I only say strange because of how the champ can be flexed.
okay.
Because usually if you have
I
a flex pick like Diana, it's the same build.
Yeah.
It can go in either side. Whereas
Oh.
Udyr, if you want to play him topside, you want to play damage. In jungle, you want to play tank.
So we got Kindred coming in for CKS this time because the Rek'Sai was banned out. So we're expecting kind of a little bit of a farming game coming out of the Kindred. I have an assumption obviously that the guess here will be to kind of get her going as fast as they can, especially wherever her mark appears. They're on red side, so let's assume that the scuttle mark will probably appear on the bot side of the map.
Ooh, a
Don't
Vylock
Ooh, a
in. So
Vilock.
Udyr is
Okay, it is
going
Udyr top.
top lane. Okay.
Okay. Okay. That changes my whole thing now. Well, now the Kindred is going to want to avoid the Vi for a little bit
Well,
naturally because
and I was thinking he was going top lane because uh Chubby is Chubby on TSA? Oh no,
uh
pun intended. Locked in Mordekaiser last game.
yeah.
Now he's playing that Udyr, so he's playing that bruisey kind of AP style, AP bruiser builds.
Okay.
Um,
Yes, I'm personally not familiar with
Udyr,
Udyr. I
Udyr being
just
in his
haven't seen
champ
him.
pool, and it
Okay.
just Udyr is being in his champ pool.
Okay.
Whereas the jungler for TSA more of a enabler. Udyr wouldn't really enable your team better. Vi does a way
I
better job.
like the Silas pick if they pick it here because
Yo,
that's good counter into the
Silas
Renata.
is
Yes.
massive.
Okay, we
Oh
literally just
my
saw Fat and Sweaty come off that
god.
Diana game, and now he's playing Silas. So this could probably end up going the same way as last game did. I kind of hope
Silas.
not because a 2-0 would kind of suck for the day because I love when these things go to 3 games. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Wow.
Okay, so the Silas pick is probably the hugest pick on the team in the game.
Well, just think
Like
about the
when
ultimates.
you R5 a Silas and you have Dwayne, Vi, Renata Glass, and Misfortune on the other team, all you do is go, what? What?
You're just taking
Oh my
everything
god.
that they want to use in a fight, using it against them. And I love the Silas into the Renata so much.
I want to
I've
know. I
seen
want to know what I want to know. I want to know who CKS is drafting. Like who is commanding their draft? Because they're giving me goosebumps.
I don't know. I mean, so a little bit
Oh,
of a
it's
little bit of an overlay thing. It's
oh,
actually CKS on the red side, and then it is TSA on the blue side. Just so everyone's aware.
yeah.
Anyways, um,
So
I just
walk me. Talk to me. Talk to me. I want to
okay.
know. I know Silas has got our brains all jumbled up. But
Right.
talk to me. What do we got? What do we got?
Well, let's start with TSA first. You know, coming in on the
Okay.
blue side with the Udyr and all this thing. So they're definitely more of a brawly style team fight. It's more so of a pick. I don't want to say pick because Vi is really the only one that can go in and pick someone. They have a really good disrupt with the Renata ultimate
I would
coming in.
disagree and say Udyr can too.
Think so? Well, I guess I haven't
Yeah.
seen him, so everything I'm kind of seeing right now is very new. I have not seen an Udyr yet, so apologies to the fans in the
How
audience
do
in
you?
advance.
He just got reworked. You're telling me, while you were playing League of Legends during the rework, after the rework, you didn't see a single Udyr hit the rift?
One game.
I don't believe you.
Well,
You're
it
lying
doesn't
to
help.
my
He's been
face.
banned in the Summoner's Rift games I've played, and then I'm
You're
kind of
lying
a
to my face.
filthy ARAM player because my friends really want to play ARAM.
Ah, I got you. My friends too. It's
But
all good though.
anyways, I'm kind of like put it together here. So like I said, this is
Okay.
kind of new with the Udyr, but at least the Vi and the Swain, I know what the game plan here is. They want to lock someone down. You know, Vi doing her thing. Swain kind of latching on and pulling them back into the team. Misfortune Ultimate on top. Blah blah blah. You know, kill them. Now the monkey in the wrench for this is on the other side of CKS with all of their disengage that they have. You know, Maokai ult can not exactly kindred ult, but it will stop a fight in the middle of its tracks. Then
Yeah.
I'm not even going to talk about Silas. We already did. Ash Arrow, Leona Ultimate, Leona everything actually because her kit is it's art. I love Leona so much. She's such a great champion. And pairing it with the Ash, the permaslows, you're guaranteed to land those stuns every single time. CKS is definitely drafted here that like we're either going to fight you real hard or we're going to be able to kite you better than you can kite us. And that's something I'm kind of excited for.
So what? So CKS has what I like to call the perfect storm. They
Mm-hmm.
have they have the ability to pull the trigger, and they have the ability to say, "No, we don't like the way this fight is going. Stop what you're doing."
Mm-hmm.
2 seconds later, okay, now we like it, and they pull the trigger again.
I
So
think that
they
the
can
fights
pull the
will
trigger, go into a fight, realize
right.
they don't like it, back out, and TSA can't really do much, and then go back in. They have engage, disengage, re-engage, and they can do that all in the same fight. It's the triple threat. You can start the engage off with Ash and say, you know what, we don't like this. Maokai drops his ultimate. Okay, let's do this again. Leona Silence start the fight. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and
you can
you
even
can
go as
throw that
far as
combination however you go, but those
you can even
four.
go as far as like adding in like what alt the Silas have before the fight begins. That too.
Yo, even better. Oh, we're gonna start this fight. Drop the Renata alt on him.
Exactly.
Okay, since we have Renata Glass and Silas in the game, I want to see a double ultimate coming out. I want to see Renata
I want
throw
to see
hers,
it
and
too.
right before it hits Silas, I want to see him grab it and throw it back at him. That would be the funniest thing ever. It would be the funniest thing ever because it's just like the iconic "Why are you hitting yourself?"
Stop hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. But I just this is gonna be an exciting game coming in from both sides. I think if the UDR gets ahead, based off what I've been hearing and based off what you've been saying, if he gets ahead, I think top lane is doomed. So this game could I want to believe it can go either way, but I'm trying like
It can. I
there's that
think it
little
can.
thing in my mind that's just like the Silas, the Silas, the Silas, and I'm like, no, I don't want to focus on the Silas. I want to focus on the team as a whole because like it's a very good draft coming in from both sides. I would say.
No, no, yeah. TSA has a phenomenal draft.
Mm-hmm.
We've been kind of stroking CKS's ego here this draft, but TSA has a really really good draft as well.
Yes.
You have Renata with the Misfortune, and that combo in the bot lane kind of disgusting itself. Misfortune getting her buff that actually does damage now, so Crit build Misfortune gonna be pumping down damage now.
Yep.
CKS's team not as squishy. I mean, not as tanky as
As
you would
previously.
want as
Mm-hmm.
previously, yeah, and not as tanky as you would want fighting a Misfortune. You have the Leona, yeah, you have the Silas, but he just stacks health items. He doesn't really stack armor items.
And
And same thing with Maokai. If he goes
yeah,
tank, he goes tank, but probably
and
will stack the health items because
and
he's
it
doing
goes
that
to
for.
show like an adaptation that that TSA is willing to implement into this game, and that's what you love to see in a best of series, which is why I think the LCS needs to go back to best of threes for
Yes,
adaptation purposes.
speak, speak truth. But if they do that, we
Best of
can't get every.
ones don't
But if
work.
but if you do but if you do best of threes, we can't get all every team playing on the same day. You'd have to do what the LCK does.
I mean, if the LPL and the
Start,
LCK can
start
go
it.
every day -1, I mean, we can do it too, right?
Oh,
Right?
that's true. They do play every day except what Sunday, I think.
Sunday, I think for the LCK, I think it's like
They
Monday,
play
whatever.
Fridays. I think they play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe
I mean,
Thursdays
yeah.
too.
Either way, best of
Either way.
ones bad. LEC, LCS, get on it. Go back to best of threes. That's what worked best. That's why teams are really good at adaptations that we are not. Which is why the East will always win international tournaments because we suck. Maybe this is
With
the year the Cloud9 does it, but we
as
suck.
I'm gonna stop you in the middle of your rant. We're gonna take a little bit up. We're gonna take a little break here, and we will come back when we are on the Rift. Uh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rift. Game 2, TSA, the Shuriman Ascended, versus EKS. Coach Kevin sucks, I think that's what the name
Coach
on it.
Kev sucks, baby.
Oh, yeah, Coach Kev, not Kevin. All right. Um, so, we've had some time to relax and calm down. Freak has done DBZ since, um, I can't be no copywriting. Has gone off of his rant. How should we see this early gameplay out, my friend?
Well, we got a 5-point stance coming in right now here for the first 45 seconds. So they're kind of scouting, trying to find out where people are starting. Then naturally, you got Vi starting. We're actually randomly walking the mid lane, but this early game should go as followed. And I'm gonna try to hit this on the nose. Kindred, farm it to the first mark. The mark will be on the bot side. I am calling that. If it happens, clip it, send it to the LCS. Analysts and say I'm the best. If
You're
it
saying
doesn't
bot
happen,
side? You got a 50-50 shot. You say bot side?
I say bot side.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you. I'm 80% accurate when I play Kindred in guessing which side of the the mark pops, and it's not bot side, it's top side.
I hope you're not right because I just want this for my own ego. Alright, so standard starts here coming in for the junglers. Vi is going to get a leash from her bot lane. She'll get that red buff, probably go to Raptor's next after leveling her W. Or is it her E? Oh, God, click champion, look at the ability. Yeah, it's definitely the E. Remember, kids, click champion, learn ability.
Yep, click champion, learn ability.
The worst part is I like to play Vi, so like I should have known that.
The one thing I do not like about Kindred is her slow camp, clear early levels.
Oh,
Like,
she completely skipped.
Yeah, you have to. So the way you got to do Kindred is you got to skip your camps. Oh, you have to take red buff into Wolves blue Grom. That's how you have to pass, and that's just to conserve on mana mid lane, getting a nice little trade in right there.
Look at that Phoenix stance.
Ooh, Phoenix stance looking beautiful as always. Getting a lot of damage in that top lane. Nice stun coming out from Udyr and a nice grasp proc as well.
I like that. Because I've only seen kind of like clips and stuff, so like seeing this like live for once is actually pretty nice. And Kindred's coming into the bot side pretty early.
Ooh, yes, the air, and the Leona is going to be jumping on, getting that stun off onto the Renata. Renata is now getting pincered by 3.
She doesn't burn flash here.
Of DKS, she's going to have to flash, but she does not. First blood over to the Ashe.
Okay, fairly good start. Goes to the Ashe immediately. We got about 20 seconds before I find out if I'm right or not. But the first blood going to the Ashe means that Ashe can get started getting towards that, I assume, Kraken Slayer. I know I build Kraken Slayer on Ashe, but it's just kind of arduous. So it kind of just depends on what she wants. Ooh, oh!
Ooh, Silas getting the ignite. Both mid laners getting the ignite. Flash coming out from the buy, cleans up the Silas in the end. But Kindred is still looking for a little bit more. Gets a little bit of extra damage. It is going to be a 1-1. Mid laners going down.
Where's the mark?
Damn! Not bad. Not bad. Like I said, I am 80% on it. And that's usually when I play it. I'm not playing Kindred, so.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, so Kindred secures that first mark. It's 1 of 4 that she needs to be able to get a little bit extra damage. Or is it range? Either way, I don't play Kindred. First to 4, it's really good from here. And
it's a bit of both.
I looked like she was going to do something there. Huh. Okay. But much better start here coming in for TSA. They actually got a kill in the first 3 minutes of the game, so we like to see that. And it went on to the Vi, which I actually am okay with that, with it going to Vi. Too bad Swain didn't get assist,
the Swain did get the assist on top of it too, so he did get a little bit of gold in his pocket. It wasn't like a solo solo kill.
So I like it. It works, and it also gives Swain a little bit of extra cheese. What
little extra cheese. Kindred looked like she was going to go for a gank right there, and she did stop her back too.
There she goes.
There she goes. She's gonna jump into the mid lane. Silas jumping in, going to not hit the stun, but he's gonna jump in there. He's gonna get pulled back by the Silas. 2 tower shots going down, and Kindred does clean up the Swain and another mark in her pocket. Really good gank execution by the mid lane of CKS.
What is it with junglers and stopping their backs?
Untended, doing a lot of damage over to that Maokai. I'm telling you, you want damage on Udyr, you go top lane.
I could see that because he's level 5 right now, and Vi hasn't even ticked over to 5 yet. And the Kindred mark now appearing in the bot side. I don't think she's gonna go for it. That one she's gonna lose.
Bot side? You mean blue side? Ooh.
Yeah, I meant blue side.
Being able to knock the Udyr back right there, but his health bars look rather drastic there, folks.
Just gonna go ahead and say that the G Fuel has gone exactly to my brain, and the thinking has gone out the window.
To your brain, it says. Oh, a little tidbit since you're talking about G Fuel to the brain and the brain going out the window. I will tell you right after I watched this Kindred gank bot lane slow coming out from the Ashe. Dirty Band-Aid gets rooted and stunned up. Top laners are fighting now in the top lane. And Udyr is doing a lot of damage, and he picks up the Maokai. Assist going over to the Swain with the Eyeball of Death.
I was actually not aware that like now the Phoenix Dance gates like a ring that stays on it like moves on the ground, follows the champion for a couple seconds, unless it's like a path you direct it to go.
I think it's the way the ultimate works. Really good route coming out from the Swain, trying to set up his Vi for a gank right there.
So, I kind of like that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's his kid is actually visually appealing now. Kindred coming for a repeat gank. Flash from the Leona. Gonna have to cleanse that stun, but unfortunately, the Renata does not have cleanse, and so she will die.
Does this? Nope. Oh, I was gonna say if this gives him Dragon, but nope. Kindred is gonna go ahead and back off here. Vi is also coming down to the bot side.
Kindred does not do early objectives well.
Noted.
She does not. If she wants to take an objective, she's got to be 6.
I kind of figured with them killing the Renata, like her in the bot lane would go there, but it made sense to also not go for it. But Kindred has the new quiver coming in.
She has to be 6.
Has to be.
She has to be 6 to be able to contest and make sure she secures the Drakes, because not being able to dish out a lot of damage on top of not a lot of attack speed. Her range is not that good, so like everything about her early level trying to take an objective does not go into her favor. So having 6 and then going to an objective helps a lot for her.
We got a mark here on the bot side once again for the Kindred. She is beelining it towards it, and I think Vi will be too, so we could have a fight coming in here in the river.
I'm picking up 6 before Kindred does, but there will be 2 members of CKS in the river right there. And looks like they're going to be able to secure... No, they don't! And the Vi is able... Oh no, the Kindred actually did pick up the mark, but the Vi is caught in the middle of 2 members. The Vi goes down. The ult comes out from the Swain, and so does the Kindred ult. He doesn't trade! But a lot of fuel coming out from the Kindred. The Kindred might be able to get away, but Slow is not going to be able to slow her up enough. Swain is trying to go back in. He's healing up a little bit. One auto was not enough for Swain to take the Kindred. Double kill over to CKS. Ash able to clean one up as well.
Oh my goodness. It ended up being a 3 for nothing at the end of that. They almost didn't get the only consolation
prize. Kindred did not get the mark. She didn't get the mark.
Yeah, the only consolation prize.
Clean it out from under her nose. Nice. Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming out from the Ash. But unfortunately, that slow bot misfortune enough time so that Leona didn't jump on her. That was a lot of damage from that bullet time. So
you could wonder if that was like preemptive, thinking like, yeah, I might be getting attacked here in a second, or that was just dumb luck. Honestly, good for the misfortune.
I'm gonna give misfortune the benefit of the doubt and said I knew that was coming.
You calculated.
you're by yourself. It's. I mean, as an ADC main, when I go up against an Ash Leona combo. Not only is cleanse in my pocket, like it's instant locked. Like I don't even wait to do my runes. Like that's the first thing I do, because even if my runes are screwed up, there's no way I'm not going under the rift without cleanse. Oh, mid laners are gonna be trading really heavy right there. Silas getting a good trade off, but Swain is gonna be able to win in that exchange.
Oh boy!
Both junglers are here now. It is gonna be a 2v2 in the river. Vi gets out. Amber fisted over the wall.
Like just needs the big raptors, so they're pinging for the help for the mark.
Yeah.
But this is so risky. I mean, they're gonna beat each other.
This game a lot closer now. 2 CKS members right here. Kindred is trying to jump onto the Vi, but the Swain and the Silas are going to be able to 1v1 here in the mid lane. Swain is getting a lot of damage. So 2 Swain ultimates going off at the exact same time. But you cannot do more damage than the man.
Oh, she's
it
dead.
Came from. Vi's health bar is very low. She's able to get a lot of shield. Gets the smite.
That's a good shutdown.
Gets the knockout. Swain gets the shutdown. 2v1 now. Silas is going to trade one over. Enchanted Crystal is going to land. Is not going to land. Going to miss Swain by the skin of his teeth. 1 for 1. Junglers go down.
Ooh, the Swain. Oh, goodness gracious me.
Oh, splash coming from the Swain. Takes a tower shot. Eyeball can be able to blow him up a little bit. A little bit greedy. That was a lot of big greedy. Chains claiming him in the end. Swain goes down to the silence. He got so greedy.
Any other champion, maybe like an assassin, I would probably respect going for it, but not on Swain.
Yeah.
Swain needs time. If he had Leandries, maybe it's okay to go for, but like right now, no, really shouldn't be going for really cheeky things like that.
I was
No, they
thinking
know
Vi
they're doing
might
it.
be looking for a steal here because she can absolutely do it if Leona does not lock her up. She is going to miss that dash over. The eyeball is going to be able to get a little extra vision. Top players are now duking it out. But Kindred is going to secure the dragon. Vi is going to back out. 4 members in the river. Top laner still duking it out. Oof.
All things goodness.
Oh, the root and the air knockback. Ash is going to be able to do a lot of kiting here. Renata trying to give Miss Fortune a little bit of extra move speed. QW coming out from the Ash. This camp is just so good in a team environment. So good in a team environment.
Like Ash is just one of those like sleeper fun champions to play.
Dude,
like
she's a sleeper pick.
You think she's not that fun because all you're doing is just throwing in ice arrows? No. If you know how to kite with her, she becomes insanely.
I learned how to kite with Ash, and I almost got silver. As soon as I learned how to kite with Ash, really good root coming out from Swain. Here comes Vi. He's charging up. He misses, but she lands the knockup, and now Vi has her ultimate over to the Silas. The Silas kills the Swain, and now is looking for the Vi. Vi is able to get out of there. The bot laners are now duking it out. Oh, this game getting spicy, second by second.
He's 5-1.
He is 5-1, but it's only 2K down.
It's true. That's true. Mythic is finished on his end once again. Phantom Sweaty coming in, being the first person to finish through Mythic again.
Look at the deer.
Oh,
Deer's had his locked in.
My bad. I've disrespected you, Deer.
Don't you disrespect Deer. Oh, Vi able to flash smite that red buff away. A lot of slowing coming out. 4 members of TSA are here. Bullet time coming out from Miss Fortune. She is laying there, laying waste. Ooh, this side of CKS. Silas is in the face of 3 people. I don't know if Leona's in the face of 3 people. Their skin profiles look nothing alike, and yet I got confused. Huh.
Gotta give it to them. I said I disrespected you, Deer, and then Kinder did the same thing and disrespected the Vi in her own jungle, and she just gets caught out and dies, pretty much. It is a 2-for-1 trade in the end, so inevitably the Vi does go down. But you're okay with that. Misfortunes of getting a kill. Silas is probably gonna get a kill
Silas,
here.
Speaking of Silas, jumping onto the Swain, throwing a massive combo, taking the Swain. All Swain has to pop his ultimate skittle just to heal and live there. Really good chains over the top of the wall to land that knockup. But pings are coming out from Vi. I don't know if she's going to be able to hold this tower for him.
I think they're gonna. Oh, he doesn't have TP. Never mind. I was gonna say.
Maokai's eating a lot of damage. He takes the stun to the face. Now what is that? Deer stance? Is that just legit deer stance? What do we call that? Iron Mantle? What was it used to? A turtle stance.
Bear turtle.
Oh god, dude, that's
for you
scary.
Old League of Legends players. Remember that video from
dude.
2014, I think.
It's not even that. It's just, bro, that bear turtle as an ADC, and you see that Udyr running at your face like that. It's terrifying.
That was also the reason why I watched Trick2G for a hot while, because he would do the stupidest Udyr builds, and it was just so funny to hear him scream while playing. The dude just screams, and I love it.
Both teams actually starting to look at Herald here. Swain might not be able to be here for this Herald fight. Silas is jumping in on top of him. TP coming out from both top laners now into the mid lane. But Kindred is dishing out a lot of damage, having to flash away from the tower to get away from Udyr. Maokai ult coming out. Ash is the only one, and she is in a 2v1. The rest of the team is in the red side jungle of TSA. Now, CKS is now rotating down towards the bot lane of TSA.
They're going to dive this.
I think they know it's there. It's going to be a 5-man dive. Here comes the team. Here comes the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. And here comes the kill.
Okay, but the trade on the other side is TSA gets the Rift Herald at least. So, I mean, a little consolation prize. You got the Dragon coming up here in 40-something seconds. By that time, the Rift Herald will be taken. Probably put top lane to take that tower. First tower will fall here in bot lane too.
Bot lane for first tower.
At 15 minutes.
At 15 minutes, I feel like you would just send 3 men to dive bot lane and then send the rest to Herald. But that's just like my way of thinking. That might have... That might have been a bad call from CKS. I'm
I
gonna be
think it
honest.
was a little overzealous.
I think that was a bad call from CKS.
You know, also in all things considered, oh goodness gracious.
Oh, huge damage coming out from CKS onto from
Oh,
TSA
no.
onto the Silas. And here comes the Renata ultimate. Gonna send a lot of people berserk. Kindred able to clean up the Vi. Silas's health bar is very low. Swain has to retreat to his tower. That looked like a good play for TSA there.
Until the Renata all came out, and then it wasn't. It was a good play until it wasn't, essentially.
I mean, it was a good play because they were able to pick Silas, get his health bar very,
True.
very low. Like that was like a good play. Like I take that play every time.
I think if they would remember, they kill him there. The Swede doesn't have damage right now. I'm a little surprised he hasn't finished the Leandries and went right for the Oblivion Orb instead.
Oh, I'm gonna stop you right there. Udyr is doing a lot of damage to the Maokai. He has stunned him up. That Phoenix Dance doing so much work now. Oh, they're gonna be able to stop that back from Kindred. Spicy Infernal Soul.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
What is this?
Oh, here comes Silas trying to jump onto the Misfortune. He's gonna jump over to the Raptors. He's gonna get pinched by 4 men.
He's gonna get the shutdown.
For a chance to turn this game around. Silas is gonna fall. Shut down over to the Renata.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, it's just that was such a fat shutdown, and for it to go to Renata is so sad. If you're fat and sweaty, you're gonna take that. It doesn't go to either of the carries, which is so unfortunate for TSA.
But hear me out. What's more unfortunate? Fat and sweaty dying, or Misfortune sidestepping his stun and him zipping over to the Raptors to get sandwiched by 4 members?
That was hilarious.
Can somebody please clip that?
Was honestly probably one of the funniest interactions. I love those funny little interactions in this game. Like the one that still amuses me to this day is like Silas like moving all frantically in a stopwatch animation. I don't know why that's in the game, but it's just amusing to me. Vi's going in here.
Ooh, 4 members going to be jumping onto the Leona and the Ash. Vi is going to be able to land her target. Berserk is going to be coming out, but it's only hitting the Leona. That's not going to do enough. Leona is going to able to land her ultimate, jumping onto the Renata. Now she's in the base. Full coming out, missing every single button and missing every person. Kindred is now dishing out tons of damage. Slow coming out from the Misfortune. Kindred is taking very low. Forced to pop ultimate. Misfortune ultimate being used by the Silas, and they take the team fight. 3 kills over to CKS.
So sad that Misfortune whiffed completely, and I feel for it. That was like a heat of the moment play. It looked actually pretty decent if that turnaround had happened with the MF Ultimate. That Renata only hit the Leona, which is kind of interesting. But again,
I just speaking on behalf of the Renata,
right?
The Leona was the only one slowed, and at the time she probably channeling her ult. Everybody was in that path.
Okay.
So when they see the ult come out, it gave them enough time to move. So like they were at like max range ult distance. So like her missing that, like yes, sucks, but I don't think it was like intentional. Whereas far as I think Misfortune got spooked, jumped a little bit. Leona came into her to her grill and just didn't aim it spooked her. You know what I mean? Because I have been spooked playing Ashe, Misfortune, Jhin, and my ult goes the complete opposite direction. I see a Talon come in and I go shit, and then my mouse jerks and my ult goes the other way.
I will never forget when I Ezreal ulted the complete wrong direction during a fight. Like the complete opposite way. It was like the heat of the moment, and I'm just like,
it's those heat of the moments, and you don't angle it right because of some interaction happening on your screen, and it just like overwhelms, and your hands and your brain don't cooperate for some reason.
All right, so back to the game now as we're approaching the 20-minute mark. 5,000, about 5,500 gold up for CKS. They're in a pretty good position at the moment. All of their carries having the amount of kills that they need, especially that Kindred and Ashe. Oh my goodness, Ashe! When she finishes that Runons, I hope she's going that next. She's gonna be an absolute menace.
So, speaking as an Ashe main at the beginning of the season, you don't build Runons.
I disagree.
You don't want to act into this team. You definitely don't want.
Okay, into this team, no. Okay, into this team, you're right. And okay,
And it's honestly 100% better to go more of a on-hit kill for Ashe.
The wit's end. Ooh, Leona
Going the wit's
aggressive
end.
here.
Leona jumping in onto the Vi, but the Vi being able to get and retreat back to her Renata. Vi stepping up a little bit too far. Slow's coming out
Good
from
dodge.
Ashe. He's going to be able to dodge that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. The rest of the team is now starting to look deeper and deeper into this blue side.
They do Baron, I think, right?
Yeah, I think they're going to be looking at Baron. Udyr split
Yep.
push from opposite side of the map. They're going to have to send somebody to answer that.
Okay, I like it. Vi has to reset. It pretty much gives him free access to the Baron. Not much that TSA can do here. They just kind of have to give it up, and it's really unlucky. Now, CKS, they're going to reset, spend the gold, stop the Udyr. I hope someone tries to.
Yep, there goes
Okay,
the tower.
we're going down the
Objective
way.
bounty coming in for TSA, trying to close that gold gap. And I'm going to go back to my Ashe comment real fast.
Okay, go for it. As I say, we have
You
Soul
don't-
coming up. There's going to be a
you're not
fight
gonna
here.
you don't want to build
Full
wits here.
point.
You want to build PD.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why you do that, think about it. So you got the slow coming out from Borg.
Right.
You got the slow coming out from your kit.
Okay.
And your entire team is slowing a little bit as well. So, and you're pumping autos out at this point. So you're proccing PD almost off, like instantly. So, like PD just being
go
the
now.
much more better. Oh, nice steal from the Misfortune. My goodness! And the Renata ult is going to continue to go on both sides of the team. Maokai ult coming out to lock up the Renata. Not important claiming that kill. Misfortune is going to have to pop that cleanse, but she is able to claim the dragon in the end. In the middle of me explaining why PP is so important, Misfortune says, I exist on the map and I steal objectives.
It's awesome, and it stops the dragging stacking. Unfortunately, they lose, I think, 3 members at the end. Up 2 members, but they still lose 2 members at the end of
Another
that
fight is
fight.
going to start out here underneath the turret of the inhibitor in the mid lane. Baron, buff, minions laying siege to it as well.
Ooh, look at that Ashe damage.
Dude, Ashe is going to... she doesn't need to build Runons. You really don't need to build Runons in most games.
Just with the Zeal, I'm just going to assume it's PD here.
It's PD. It's PD.
Yeah.
It's Borg into PD, or it's Borg into Gensu, depending on the matchup.
Mid lane tower falls here, and then we still got a
Mid lane
3-2 on the
tower
other side.
Now they lay siege
that
to
one
the
falls
inhibitor.
too.
Silas is going to be able to take that by ultimate. Not the ultimate I would have gone for when we're looking for a potential.
I think the call here is that the Predators would probably be ready to pick someone off. Especially if VMF steps even further out. Yep.
Yeah, Misfortune looking very, very juicy for that Silas, the only member of TSA to defend that mid inhibitor. And now Maokai throws his roots out. Kindred now looking for a tower dive. Swain is able to pick her up.
She
Fire's
didn't
gonna
die.
be able to ult her, but she has to ult just to get out of there. She's still in her ultimate. Swain
Good
steps
shutdown.
up into the ultimate, gets a bunch of healing and shutdown on a Kindred. But Ashe is in the game. She's dishing out so much damage, hiding the Udyr. Udyr's not going to be able to take that much longer. He takes out the Ashe. And the Maokai takes out the Swain. They are looking for the
What
fight.
is this
Udyr's
Udyr
looking for the team.
damage?
He gets stunned. The stopwatches pop, but the Udyr still in this fight. Phoenix Stance is doing so much damage, but he ultimately falls to the silence. One more member of TSA is still up. The inhibitor is falling. Super minions are about to start pouring into the base from the mid lane. 2 members up from TSA. Misfortune is here. Bullet time is out. Flash popped from the silence just to get out of there, and the Vi is in hot pursuit. They're going to ignore the Maokai. They're going to save that bot lane inhibitor. Really well done by TSA there. Really great team fight.
Hey, Hyper, look at what Ashe just built.
Runons, you know what? You don't. I'm telling you, you don't build Runons here.
I'm 2 for 2 in this
You're
game.
2 for 2. Okay, that's
I'm
a troll.
2
That's a troll.
for 2.
That's trolling. That's a troll item. You build PD.
Alright, yeah, I'm with you on this one. I probably would have, based off what I'm seeing from their team, I definitely would have also built PD most likely. I respect it though because I'm a filthy Runan simp when it comes to Ashe. I love it.
And this is why you build PD. Udyr is in the game.
Udyr in the game, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm
you're
building
right.
PD all day. Swain's in the game. Yep, no, that's a PD for me. Like I am not standing in those. I'm not standing in the face of those 2 champs.
No.
I am trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. She did kite pretty well though, all things considered.
Oh yeah, she's been kiting very, very well this whole game. And so we're a little bit of a lull. So obviously bot lane is exposed for that inhibitor. Silas is sitting on the MF ult here, and they're probably going to try to fight for this.
Down. Baron is down.
True. They're still really powerful though, being about 8k gold up.
I think they're about to pull
I think so too. I can smell it.
Here comes full time from the Silas. And the Guardian Angel is popped from the Renata. Everybody gets out of that clean. Maokai is in the top lane, pushing that wave in. It is a 5v4 in favor of TSA. Top lane turret falls. That is first turret in the top. That is tier 1 turret.
Yes, I do like the 4-1 play here because supers are going to come into the lane. Well, supers going to go mid lane anyway, so someone has to go stop mid lane, and they're going to go.
Oh, it's a 4v1, and TSA actually started to find out. Full attack from Misfortune, doing so much damage. Kindred having to pop her ultimate, who start going out from the Renata, and all members of TSA are cleaning up this fight.
Silas is dead.
Leona is trying to do what she can to stun everybody up. Silas fell very early. Triple kill going over the Swain. He's looking for the quad, and the shutdown actually goes over to the Udyr. Maokai TPing in there at the last second.
Oh, that was actually really good, and all the kills went exactly where they needed to. Swain getting a triple kill out of all of that. And
TSA pulling the trigger at the right time.
I was a little nervous. But you at this point in the game, like you're down this far down, like they cut the gold lead a little bit. Your mid inhibitor is open. They're going to push your bot lane. You might as well just pull the trigger. And a really good call from Golden Gundam to be like, you know what, screw this. Let's go. We'll win this fight here. And they were strong enough. They were just better.
Gundam drops next month? Gundam drops next month, and Gundam
Is it?
here. I think he drops next month. And Gundam here, you know what he said? He dropped the hammer down, and CKS felt it for sure.
I'm gonna pretend to get the Gundam joke because my brother watches way more Gundam than I do.
My friends have been trying to get me to play Gundam. Enchanted Crystal to come out, but Udyr is going to be able to get that dragon secured. He is going to fall in the process. He is not going to fall in the process. Udyr is broken.
They have to reset here, and then they know the Baron's up, and they're all pinging for the Baron. They're just going to go for it here, but there is a ward on it. There is a singular ward. Let's keep that in mind. They're going to see
and
the Silas right now.
Silas does have a blue trinket built into his kit. It's the eyeball.
The eyeball. I was like looking. I was like, what?
Built into his kit. There's the eyeball. They're going to spot that out. Vi's going to be able to get caught. Vi's going to get caught out by the Leona. Two members going to jump onto her. That's going to make this a 4v3. Silas goes golden. He has to... And the bullet time to follow through. The Silas goes down. TSA is going to be able to turn this fight. Berserk going out on one side of the map. And the kiting from the Ashe is just insane. Doing so much damage to the Vi.
Oh,
Ashe is turning this fight. She goes golden. Two members of TSA are standing. And it is the Misfortune and the Renata, the bot lane of TSA, have all the hopes and dreams of taking this to a 3-game series on their shoulders right now.
Oh no! TSA got separated during that fight! Oh, it looked actually so good for them there for the moment, but then they separated and all the damage stopped. Oh, that's so sad. I actually thought TSA had that fight. So I assume that the Bears are just going to be taken here. Yep, and they're not even going to go for the inhibitors. They'll come back. CKS will come back for the inhibitors. Just take full control of the game at this point. I gotta commend TSA though for putting up, for like making this a game worth fighting for. Like they're telling CKS, you're not gonna win this game this easily. You have to brute force your way into our base to win. And
they're stopping them too.
Stopping them.
Says you have to come into our grill if you're gonna win, and we are going to and we're gonna fight like it's the last game of League of Legends we're ever gonna play.
I love it. I love the like the heart in the game. That also goes to show that TSA have strong mentals.
That is straight mental right there.
Yes, excellent mental.
And honestly, I think the mental got shifted the minute Misfortune got the Dragon Steel with the bullet time. I think that's when the mental shifted, because ever since that play, TSA has been playing a lot better. In the game and first game to begin with. And here comes the Baron minions. Here comes the Baron buff. Champions laying siege to the mid lane. Is this going to be the fight that ends the game? Or is this going to be the fight that stalls the game?
I hope not.
Ooh, Vi's going to walk into the face of the Kindred. She's able to get out. And now they're going to...
There's the arrow.
And here comes an arrow coming on to the Misfortune, having upon the cleanse, Berserk going out onto all members of CKS. Fat and Sweaty claims the Renata in the end.
Okay.
Wayne is still up. He's still doing a lot of damage. But Ash is just shredding his health bar. Ash takes out the Swain. The damage dealer ups TSA is down. 3 members to go. Now they're taking the bottom inhibitor. Chubby is going to jump onto them under the Nexus turrets. The fight is still continuing. He gets a lot of health. Ash is still pumping out massive amounts of damage. Misfortune gets obliterated in a blink of an eye. Udyr is so tanky. I don't know if they're going to be able to kill him, but they do. Udyr cannot take this to a game 3. CKS take this to game 2, and they take the series.
Wow. That was much better than game 1. TSA actually had to make CKS work for that game, and I commend them for how hard they fought that game. TSA, honestly, you had my heart that game with how hard you played. Strong mentals and everything. That Dragon Steel was beautiful. It just seemed like at that point the game was slowly turning around. It's just unfortunate because CKS was just so much further ahead. These are two really good teams, and I'm really happy that they played the way they did. It was nice. I wish we could have got a third game. I really do wish we could have.
Give me 1 second. Fresh cut, by the way, man. There you go.
So overall, well done game.
So our producer, I was talking a lot of smack earlier today. I was like, "Ooh, I got that fresh cut. What about you guys?" But I can't cast without my hat, dude. It's weird. Like
Fair
it's
enough.
like it's my go button, if you would. I want to actually take it. I want to actually take it over to Snow real fast. What did you think of that game, man?
We await your inputs, though.
Yes.
What did you think?
Oh yeah.
I just.
So I want to talk about it real fast. So TSA was able to do what they needed to do, and they stopped the mid laner. But what they forget is that once Ash is able to start autoing and get that Q and just look like a machine gun, you kind of got to start hitting her as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to jump on her too. So yeah, we deal with Silas because he's starting the fight, but now we have to look past the horizon and see the Gatling gun on the hill laying waste to our troops. So we need to get to her now. But you know, when you have so much peel on your team, Maokai and Leona, like, you can't get to her. And the only one who can do that is, you know, is Udyr. And unfortunately, have you guys ever seen the movie Last Samurai with Tom Cruise?
No.
Okay, so Last Samurai, Tom Cruise. I'm not going to go too much into the plot, but Tom Cruise plays basically a former cavalry member. Goes to Japan during the feudal time frame where the samurais were still big, gets captured, learns their ways, says, I like this, I want to do this. End of the movie, the samurai charge into the face of the troops, and just the Gatling guns just lay waste to them because they're like, you know, let's go to Valhalla. I'm going to go out on a high note. I'm not dying old in my bed. I'm not dying in a prison. And that's exactly what happens to Udyr every time he runs out of ammo. Is just the Gatling gun.
Yeah.
So, like, it's unfortunate.
I do gotta point. I will point out is I'm looking at the damage numbers from that game. Even though that game started out rough for the Swain, he still ended up doing the most damage on his team. 24,000 damage out of his whole team. Ash, naturally, because 80 carry, 36,000 damage, almost 37,000 damage. It's once she got the item that she needed to do. Did you see how hard she was shredding the front line of TSA? She was melting them. doing absolute nutter damage, and I love that. That's what I love to see out of an Ashe, which is why I wish she was played more. But you just got there are better picks, and it's like
you wanna see Ashe gameplay? Just watch me play the
I
hell
know.
out. I play the hell out of Ashe.
And like we talked at the beginning of the game, like before the beginning of the game, we were hyping up the Silas pick, and obviously Fat and Sweaty did what Fat and Sweaty
I
does.
mean, we did hype up the bot lane too,
We
but
did,
it was just the Silas 5 R5 that kind of just got our goose.
but like the Ashe did so well. She did so well, setting up the team fights with the arrows, with the Leona follow up, and it was just.
Oh yeah, no, CKS
It's
played phenomenally tonight.
CKS is
TSA
a good team.
TSA keeping their mental. GG to TSA. I'm not gonna lie, game one goes that way for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep my mental that intact as a misfortune, as the ADC on misfortune to get a dragon steal like that. There's no way I'm keeping my mental to say I'm snagging the dragon. I got you, team. Don't worry. I'm snagging this dragon with the bullet time. I'm gonna bring us back. My mental's gonna be shattered at that point.
Oh yeah. That gave me like a little bit of a memory of a misfortune game I played, and I still bearing off with the bullet time, and I was like, but it was so cool. But I really wish we could have got a game 3 out of both of these teams. It's just I'm excited where their season could go. They're both really good teams.
Oh
And
yeah. Oh yeah.
if I'm a bold prediction, these two
Only week 2.
teams will probably be in the top 5 of the league for the draft league. Just saying, like we're gonna see them in playoffs, and it's gonna be the same bangers that we just got tonight. Now, just imagine if we get 3 bangers, or in playoffs a best of 5 banger. Like,
Oh dude, I don't know if my boys can handle a best of banger. With that being said, CKS takes the series. They go 2-0. TSA going 1-1. Our secondary stream is still chugging along, so we're gonna go raid them over there. But before we do, you can catch me and DBZ next Friday because we are a power duo, and you love watching us cast.
and I hope Quicksand comes back.
Hopefully, Quicksand.
Need
If
our
you can hear
boy.
me, hopefully, you're not driving in the bush looking for kangaroonies, and you can actually be here and talk and hanging out with us. And next week, I really hope that our technical difficulties do get resolved. So, without further ado, DBZ, anything you'd like to say?
No, not really. I mean, besides the fact that if possible, sometimes Hyper and I do like to cast on the side. We'll post. We'll drop the link when we're casting some random scrim or apparently collegiate games now, which I didn't know that till this past Tuesday, which was fun.
Hey, when you smooth with it like I am, and you find them on the gangster, and they give you the thumbs up, you just get lucky.
I'm telling you, next year, me and either 2 years, 3 years, me and this kid are gonna be on the LCS. Y'all watch or Academy, either one. Y'all watch. We
All
can
right.
do this. But let's go overhead, send it off to Ryzen 2, where that game is still going on. I do believe, let's see, I think they're going to Game 3 very shortly here. Oh, they are! So, Ryzen Esports 2, they're going to Game 3 for that series. So, we just want to see some banger games. They're going to Game 3. You guys want to go see Game 3? Let's all go. Come on, let's do it. Let's go. Game 3, y'all. Come on.
This man, I swear. You guys have a nice night. Go enjoy.
All right, and mics are cold. Deep breaths, everybody. We made it. Oh, yeah, no, that was still fun. It was a little scuffed.